Lisa made me think I cannot endure this, then discovering I have a son that needs me. As a mother, decades have passed. Priscilla Presley keeps secrets that enough to shatter the glittering image of the Presleys. She watched that daughter marries 4 times. Danny Coe, Jackson, Cage, and Michael Lockwood. Attractive names, global headlines. Yet behind Priscilla saw those scenes marriages in a darker light. She disapproved of some, doubted others. She once refused to stand by Lisa Marie would break their trust forever. Her final confession, chilling about those years, darkens Presley's legacy never imagined by the public. Inside the Presley clan. One Presley, name renowned worldwide. It's a family living under the brightest light possible. Yet behind music, wealth, and endless headlines, always be shadows. Tragedy after tragedy followed this family. Now with Lisa's daughter Marie Presley died, mother now Priscilla has broken her silence on Lisa's marriages and betrayed daughter. The Presley family history began in 1959, when 14-year-old Priscilla met Elvis Presley in Germany, where he was with the Army of the U.S. Already a star, Elvis global superstar, loved by millions, Priscilla was unexpectedly swept off his world. The age gap seemed odd. Later, but now, attention of Earth's most famous man was intoxicating. That led to years off carefully managed calls, visits, and long-distance romance ended with a wedding everyone liked to waiting. On May 1, 1967, the King rock star married Priscilla Las Vegas. In public, it looked like greatest fairy tale. World's big star marrying the girl who had stole his heart. But inside the walls, life was different in Graceland. Priscilla was expected to live long, controlled life. She was instructed to dress, act, and even style her hair. Every detail of her perfect appearance was required, and she was isolated from most off-world outside. A short time after Priscilla discovered she was pregnant, there were initial doubts, especially since Elvis fretted timing and readiness. But their fears vanished when daughter Lisa Marie Presley entered the world. Born February 1, 1968, in Memphis, Lisa became the center of their universe. No matter how their relationship was complicated, both her parents loved her. Some cracks remain, their marriage expanded. Elvis' infidelity plagued him. Priscilla often felt detached, she felt alone, and in 1972, she heartbreaking decision to leave him, taking Lisa Marie. While their divorce ended this way, they never truly parted. Off. The Elvis-Priscilla relationship continued. Lisa's centric bond. Childhood wasn't ordinary for Marie Lisa. Her time was split between magical but chaotic world of Graceland and her mother's quieter life in L.A. One side was fame, fortune, and the endless circus of being Elvis's daughter. Her mother tried to create normally. Constant switching forth caused instability that worsened with tragedy. Lisa Marie faced challenges at age 9. Unthinkable. Death of her dad in 1977. While the world lamented, Lisa considered Elvis an icon. Personal. Losing her father young age left unhealed scars. Trauma shaped her life. And even though Priscilla tried to protect her daughter, she couldn't alleviate pain. She tried to raise Lisa, and Priscilla proceeded her life. She joined a relationship with Marco Garibaldi. Navarone was their son, Garibaldi. Even as she built a new family, Priscilla struggled to help Lisa stabilize. In an photo direct, her daughter Priscilla introduced Lisa Scientology. She believed it, then it may help Lisa cope with loss. Give structure. However, she admitted to being naive about deeper organization influence. What was life-saving suddenly another burden on Lisa's shoulders. His childhood as Elvis Presley's only daughter, Lisa Marie could stay in the spotlight. The world expected her to represent and reflect her father and self, a nearly unattainable balance. She had fame, wealth, and Presley, but she was unstable. This unending stability searched how Lisa would view love as adult. She wanted that kind of she was never stable. But what she instead found a string relationships that hurt her, betrayed, and seeking she never discovered. Looking back, Priscilla admits its difficulty was watching her daughter navigate that storm. Some Lisa marriages shocked the world. Some ended in heartbreak. One left deeper scars more than anticipated. And now, Priscilla Presley finally reveals how she cared about those marriages, the betrayal of her daughter's silence. Uneven life of Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie Presley was born. Unbelievable fame. But from the starting out, her life was unstable. The sole daughter of Elvis and Priscilla carried Presley to name and the heavy burden expectation. That pressure plus personal issues would depress her down a turbulent addiction path, heartbreak, loss. Her teen years earlier, Lisa faced demons. She tried various things that substances and entered rehab at Scientology's Celebrity Center 17 years old. At that age, rehab was shocking many, but it marked the start of lifelong battle with dependency, addiction. The same she quit high school, struggling with identity and depression that haunted her for decades. Her father's fame gave her visibility, but it also made her unhideable mistakes and pain. Despite her turmoil, Lisa Marie wasn't lacking talent. She walked, carving a niche in music career that let her express herself words often couldn't. Her first album, To Whom It May Concern, 2003 exposed listeners to raw her confessional nature. It 2005's Now What Followed 2012 Storm and Grace each project echoed her struggles, resilience, and desire to be us more than Elvis's daughter. She revealed herself in her lyrics, inner world, including pain, survival, rebellion, and longing. But offstage, her personal life spiraled. One of her tragedies included losing her soul son Benjamin Q. In 2020, Benjamin died, tragically, at T27. Lisa's sorrow overwhelming. Family and friends said she never fully recovered that heartbreak. In fact, later, Priscilla said it felt like if Lisa's heart stopped every day. Soon, those who knew her best saw her retreat into grief. Yet her family life was complicated before Benjamin's death and, marked by multiple marriages, often made headlines for wrong reasons. Her first husband was musician Danny Coe in 1988 when she was age 20. Together they had children Riley and Benjamin Coe. The couple divorced in 1994, but Danny never left her life. Hugh was close to Lisa, even serving as the best man at her later wedding Michael Lockwood. In many ways, Danny was her staunchest ally, quietly staying with her when others' world collapsed. Following her, Lisa shocked the world by leaving Danny. 1994 marriage to Michael Jackson. Speaking of rock and roll's daughter, the king of pop teamed up that dominated global news. Their relationship was strange and intense, relentlessly examined. While Thea's 2-year marriage left a lasting impression on Lisa, Priscilla recently discussed everything changes. After Michael, Lisa tried Nicholas again. 2002 Cage. Lifelong Elvis fan, Cage fan, making their whirlwind romance feel nearly unreal to the public. But volatility replaced passion quickly. A little over 100 days, the marriage ending 2004. Even Priscilla said watching it felt like watching a soap opera. She said they yelled while screaming, some things broke when thrown. Things, they split. The next day, they made up, or nearly, splitting and reconciling. Lisa and Nick, it was often dizzying. When it was excellent. And when it was awful. But Lisa's longest relationship was 2006 when she married musician Michael Lockwood. They had twin daughters, both Harper and Finley. One time, it looked Lisa might finally get its stability she wanted. But as time passed, cracks appeared. They divorced. That was bitter and dragged into 2021 court battles affected Lisa, emotionally exhausted. Between these UPS and struggles, Lisa never seemed to escape turmoil that had followed her since childhood. Her love was deep. She fought for independence and searched endlessly for peace their parents never had. But peace rarely came. On January 12, 2023, Lisa Marie Presley's narrative ended tragically. She died at 54 from a small bowel obstruction from bariatric surgery complications. Not just her death shocked the world, because she was young, but because it happened 2 days after her last public appearance. At Golden Globe Awards, Elvis biopic Her Father was honored. Lisa looked weak. Priscilla later agreed she sensed trouble tonight. She said her daughter seemed a little gained. Just hours later, Lisa collapsed. Presley family was another tragedy struck. It never geared up. Lisa's life was full. Love, pain, resilience, and loss. Prideful of her Presley name. But few could handle its weight, understand. Her marriages showed both that her desire for stability and chaos no escape for her. And among them, one relationship remains special, that the most shocking, controversial, the one Priscilla Presley she finally speaks about, Michael Jackson's divorce. Lisa Marie Presley shocked the world before. Previously in her personal life. Nothing compared to headlines exploded 1994. Just 3 weeks after finalizing her Danny co-divorce, quiet and reliable man who had first love, she walked down every different aisle. This time, I tinto the arms of the superstar earthly star Michael Jackson. The news caused widespread shock. They were fans stunned. The media panicked. Nobody in the Presley family more uneasy than Priscilla. To not just a whirlwind for her marriage. Something triggered it. Every motherly alarm. She had lived through peak fame and lowest. She saw how fame could consume people, and she distrusted what she witnessed between her daughter, Jackson. Privately, Priscilla was deeply upset. Timing. Lisa Marie barely stepped point one marriage before she was pushed in. Not just with but with a man named making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Michael Jackson's career staggering under pressure allegations and controversies. Priscilla thought her daughter was getting caught up in something not about love. From her, Jackson wasn't marrying her. Name is Lisa Marie. Getting married the Presleys. The name, legacy, and cultural weight of Elvis's sole child. It felt less like romance and more like business linked the pop king to the king public perception of rock and roll imagination. The site made sense to form Michael's image, but it left Priscilla feared her daughter was mistreated. Used. While married, Priscilla's interactions with Jackson were ineffective. Reassure her. Their interactions short, tense, and awkward. She observed at a dinner party how Jackson avoided adult chatter, instead playing with children while ignoring adults around him. Another time, at a Not Elvis tribute, they only exchanged few polite words before retreating into silence. These moments made it worried Priscilla that Jackson had no genuine desire to build relationship with her or the entire Presley family. To Priscilla, Jackson appeared to have built a wall. Himself and anyone who might question his motives. And she had plenty of queries. But why did he suddenly eager to have kids? And most vitally, was her daughter happy or lost in something farther bigger than she could manage? Priscilla also thought Jackson was careful calculation his marriage timing for Lisa Marie. It was his reputation that devastated by terrible allegations, and marrying Elvis's daughter abruptly altered the story. The public image changed from scandal to spectacle. Tabloids now cover the unusual but glamorous pairing more than accusations. For Priscilla, Jackson had clearly gained a shield, while Lisa Marie inherited defending a man whose world already under fire. Behind closed doors tensions simmered. Lisa Marie defended her husband, but cracks of Pareto appear quickly. Priscilla watched that frustration when her daughter was drawn deeper into chaos surrounding Jackson. She fretted over pressure on Lisa, who was already struggling on identity, carrying her father's shadow while fighting her demons. Michael's layering idea. She felt manipulated by more pressure. Months passed. The marriage became harder to sustain. Public appearances were examined, and every smile kiss, and their every move was divided by millions. Who? Lisa Marie grew up under suffocation attention, was experiencing it all. Again on a larger stage. By 1996, Lisa Marie decided to petition for divorce. The outside world, the relationship was brief, but unforgettable. Priscilla, however, ending the marriage felt like relief. She believed her daughter had finally free from something had always been unhealthy. It wasn't just Michael. This was about what Lisa risked by attaching herself to him. By marrying Michael, she tied herself to another culture icon with personal demons. Priscilla feared losing herself to fully under his shadow. A divorce brought no neat solution. The Presley family distrusted Michael, and Lisa Marie had whirlwind scars that union afterward. The relationship was passionate, chaotic, and dramatic, but also been brief, and Priscilla thought so had almost consumed her daughter process. While this chapter ended, Lisa Marie seeks stability didn't. The years that followed, she would dive into another marriage would last longer, but bring heartbreak. Michael Jackson was the star. Nicolas Cage was a tornado, but Michael Lockwood became something else entirely. Man tied to through children, Lisa Marie love, then bitterness conflict. The Lisa betrayal never forgave. Following Michael Jackson and Nicolas Cage, Lisa Marie believed Michael Lockwood may be the answer to her stability search. He played guitar and produced music, somewhat grounded compared to the circus from her other life relationships. With him, Lisa Marie had Harper and Finley, her twins. And for she tried to create a quiet family life she always wanted. But when their marriage ended, peace illusions were gone in 2016 shattered. Next wasn't just yet another celebrity split. There was war. That war revolved around a deep fracture that would change Lisa Marie-mother relationship forever. Lisa asked for divorce. Legal battle escalated quickly. She claimed Lockwood misbehaved beyond usual money disputes and custody. Allegations were explosions and inappropriate claims misconduct and mistreatment cast a shadow over shadow every courtroom exchange. Already weak, Lisa Marie, tired from years of personal struggle, believed protecting her daughters meant removing Lockwood completely. Priscilla is here that got caught in the storm. Lisa turned not just emotionally to her mother's support for something much heavier, law enforcement. She desired Priscilla's deposition to support her Lockwood accusations. To Lisa, loyalty mattered. Family united against man, she said, caused irreparable harm. For Priscilla, the request was impossible. She had never seen it, behavior Lisa described, and never had observed Lockwood mistreating kids. Deposition signature in her eyes meant declaring under oath she could not keep confirm. Not because she was doubted. Daughters hurt. It was about declining to sign something she hadn't personally witnessed. That choice split mother and daughter so that none could fix. Lisa Marie saw her. She saw refusal as betrayal when felt she was defending her kid's safety. The only person she trusted who would support her retreated. Lisa's wound was deeper than divorce. From then on, the relationship changed. They were mother and daughter, still bound blood, history and loss, but their ways and healed fracture. Every interact carried that shadow moment. Later, Priscilla admitted, I felt a stab in my heart that she would never forgive me, and she never did. I didn't know it would lose her forever. Events poisoning our lives would prove Priscilla chose death. Agonized. She knew the cost. Staying put. She feared that Lisa would completely cut her off. She also lost her daughter. She has grandchildren. She also knew could not violate her beliefs. She spent decades coping with Presley, learning the hard way. Truth and perception often crashed, and she couldn't bring herself to lie under oath for any reason. Finally, the courts did not remove twins Lockwood lives. He was granted visitation, ensuring Harper and Finley would stay together. Relationship with their father despite the harsh accusations. For Lisa, felt like losing more. She also had forced to share custody, but she had also suffered from knowing her mother didn't support her ideal way. The deceit, one of the most difficult chapters in both lives. It confirmed a deep loneliness Lisa felt for years, and the feeling that no matter how, despite her pleas, no one could fully comprehend her battles. In contrast, Priscilla, she suffered knowing daughter's love had cooled and bond between them was gone unshakable. The years passed, that rift remained. Though they shared family bonding, especially near the kids, the current betrayal lingered. Lisa never fully forgives mother. She carried a disappointment with her until the end, ending her life. And Priscilla carried weight of knowing despite everything she endured for protection family, this was the only choice daughter wouldn't accept. When the late Lisa Marie died in January 2023, the world mourned Elvis's sole child, that woman who endured crushing personal demons and expectations. But for Priscilla, grief joined another layer of sadness. The knowledge of her daughter died, holding on to an unhealed wound. The Lisa believed betrayal continued until very end. Just for Priscilla, that chapter would become one of the most painful to revisit. In her memoir, she revealed that torment, choice, the cost of her refusal, and lifelong damage to her relationship with Lisa. She revealed in the pages her memoir wasn't just about Lisa. Story about the dark side Presley family. It revealed her inner world, regrets, secrets, and her life's parts public had never witnessed. What the memoir revealed. Priscilla Presley finally expressed her memories. It was no ordinary celebrity book. It was a confession, reckoning, and way-preserving family relic story shattered by fame, tragedy, loss. A love memoir letter, lament, and sometimes haunting goodbye. One of the most heartbreaking revelations from Lisa Marie's last moments. Priscilla described that scene. Hospital room, deciding no mother should ever do this. The doctors told the grim tale. Lisa was alive thanks to machines, but her body failed. Priscilla asked the most devastating query. What life would her daughter live if they continued? The response was simple and crushing. Lack of life quality at all. Priscilla gave her that permission to release. It was the ultimate and deepest lover forever wound. However, Priscilla trusts Lisa's soul left long before that day. She dates it to 2020 when Lisa's son, tragically, Benjamin Keogh, died, circumstances. That moment, Priscilla Lisa's heart stopped, says truly beating. After that, she was present but broken light that had once inspired her music, laughter, and even her fiery arguments faded. By 2023, Lisa collapsed. Priscilla knew the loss that started years ago. The memoir also discloses Lisa's personality. Priscilla doesn't romanticize her daughter. She calls her wild, passionate, and rebellious child named Presley like crown and weapon. Lisa could she was fiercely protective but defiant. Challenged her mother ate very turn, defied laws, and demanded independence before she was ready for it. It wasn't easy raising her. It was like storm control. Still, there were joyous moments. Priscilla shares one memory. Lisa, 9, strutting with pride few children could attain muster. Priscilla said Lisa was always proud to be Elvis' daughter, and that boldness never worked that left her. Despite her struggle, heartbreak, addiction, betrayal, Lisa always carried herself well that distinct swagger of her father bloodline. The Presley name was also cause of conflict. In 2005, Lisa made an unexpected choice for her other family members. She sold 85% Presley Enterprises, including Graceland rights. For Lisa, it was moved to gain financial stability after years of turmoil. But for it was devastating. Priscilla, her family legacy was compromised, hard-fought to protect. He left her heartbroken, convinced to part, giving Elvis's world away forever. Even in her memoir, Decades Priscilla survived Elvis's death, that clearly her relationship with him never truly ended. Still wearing the diamond cross he gave her, a reminder rare and extraordinary love they shared. She admits not finding anything similar. No matter how many years past relationships followed Elvis, just her husband or a cultural icon. He was her lifelong love, and who shaped her story in ways no one else could. She wrote her memoir Life After Elvis. Softly, I leave you pays tribute to pure love complex form. Love for a man who becoming mythical. Love for a daughter fire was beautiful and destructive. Love for a family legacy continues to haunt America culture. Perhaps most haunting and comfy part of the book is when Priscilla hopes Lisa Marie, wherever she is not alone. She dreams of reunion with her beloved boy Benjamin and Elvis, her father, to find her place where their earthly suffering struggles fade to a family reunited and free heavy grief, addiction, betrayal. Through her words, Presley legacy lives on in a plain-spoken mother who found everything after losing strength to endure. You think about Lisa Marie's romance? Tell us in the comments below. And if you like juicy deep dives, remember to look into celebrity lives. Like, subscribe, and bell you never miss a new.